Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm Vet Yogi, and this is Friday Power Flow. We are going to get started right away in downward facing dog. I'm glad you're here. Come on, join me, let's practice together. Go ahead and get on your mat and set yourself up in your downward dog or your child's pose. You can feel what's a better fit for you. Set your foundation. Take a couple of good deep breaths. One breath at a time. Whether you are in downward dog or your child's pose or you're just kind of hanging out on your couch or your kitchen, checking this out. Together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale, fill up. And a big exhale, empty out. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And so feeling already how when you bring your attention to your breath, you begin to create a shift. We practice it here in our yoga practice, our asana practice, but it is absolutely something that we can practice when we step off our mat. Once more, let's take a big inhale and a big exhale. And if you want to begin to add in a little bit of movement, maybe you walk out your dog, move your head or your hips around, you can. You can always come into child's pose in place of your downward dog or at any point during your practice, and you can add in any variations that work for you. Set your gaze to one unmoving point. That's traditional drishti, or you can close your eyes. Choosing your focus. Let's take another big breath in and a long breath out. Once more here, a big inhale. As you exhale lightly, step or jump to the front of your mat. Take your feet to your back hips with distance. Bend your knees a lot, rest your torso on your thighs, interlace your fingers at your low back. You can put a towel or strap between your hands to give yourself some space. Let your shoulders roll back, press your knuckles back. So here, peeling your torso up off your thighs, almost a little bit of a back bend. Take a big inhale. Now as you exhale, begin to fold forward, hands gently, coming up and over. And keep the big bend in your knees. Maybe you find you have some room to lengthen through your legs. You can let your head drop here. If having your fingers interlaced behind you doesn't work, you can just drop them down. Maybe bring your hands to a block. Stay with your breath. A big inhale. Then a big exhale. Feel your feet on your mat, grounded and supported. A long breath in, and a long breath out. Take another big inhale here. And as you exhale, release your hands, move your feet at hips width, walk them closer together to touch, but set your feet, connect down and rise up. Reach your hands up, lift your heart, maybe go back, a big inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale, I make sure this time that when I take my hands up, you're in the shot. Hands at your heart. Set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes, and set an intention for your practice today, if that's something that resonates with you. And together, let's take a big breath in, and a long breath out. On your inhale, sweep up, reach, and lift. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Hands down to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. You can have your knees lifted. You can bring it down for a little more support. Strong through your core, long through your spine. Take a big inhale. Move forward, halfway down and all the way down. Low push-up, chaturanga. You can drop your knees here as well. Big breath in. Upward dog, maybe Agni Cobra or low cobra. As you exhale back to your downward dog or your child's pose. Set your hands, spread your fingers wide. Set your feet hips width. You can play around with that, the distance between your feet, the distance between your hands and your feet. A long breath in, And a long breath out. Another big inhale. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Round down. Rise up. Reach and lift. Fold forward. Exhale. Empty out. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Then a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Once more here, deep breath in, fill up. Lightly, step or jump forward. Halfway lift, inhale, fold forward, exhale. Inhale, rise up, hands high, heart lifts. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, low push up. You can step or jump back. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Begin one breath at a time. Breathing in, filling out. Breathing out, emptying out. And take a deep inhale. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Utkatasana, chair pose. Set your feet and knee together apart, big bend in your knees. That's something you can play around with. How much you bend your knees, how much you sit down. At the same time, lift up, lengthen up, hands high or at your heart. Take a big inhale. Then a long exhale. Feet are set, toes are soft. So just notice we start to hang on unintentionally. Anywhere in your body, stuff that comes up in your head. Take a big inhale, and a big exhale. Moving a breath and energy, allowing you to be right here, right now. One more deep inhale, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, high push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one, back foot flat, rise up. Set your feet, reach your hands higher, let them come to rest at your heart, and we are in my studio today, Sanctuary Power Yoga. And it's a rainy day, so you can hear the cars going by in the rain. You might hear other stuff wherever you are. There might be distractions where you are. That's okay. Notice if you get caught up in them, hang on to them. Allow yourself to come back, a big inhale. Then a long exhale, deep bend in your front knee, grounded through your back foot, long through your back leg. One more full inhale. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Rise up. You can have some space right to left between your feet. Front foot is flat and straight, bend into your knee. You can always ease off from that point. As you connect through your back foot, long through your back leg. You might have some room to even out your hips, left hip back, right hip forward. A full inhale, and a full exhale. So whether you are in warrior one, or child's pose, or crow pose, or waiting in traffic somewhere, you can take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. I would assume you're not waiting in traffic right now. Even if you're not practicing, you're just watching this. But the point is, whether you're on your mat or off your mat, whatever's going on, a big inhale and a big exhale. You're feeling, connecting with your breath, being in your body. It allows you the space to create a shift. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior one, back foot flat, rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior one, rise up. Exhale, hands back to your mat. High push up to low. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Empty out. Full body breath in. Full exhale. Once more here, breathing in, fill up. Exhale lightly, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale. exhale, hold. Utkatasana, chair pose, sit down, sit back, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, high push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior one. Come up, exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot now, warrior one. Rise up, add in your warrior two. Set your gaze or close your eyes. Set your feet. Set your foundation. And you can adjust as needed. You set your foundation. And then allow yourself to feel connected and supported. A big breath in. And a long breath out. Feel the connection, the support as we practice together here. Dipping into your front knee, spin your palms to the sky. Take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. And soften your shoulders a bit. Let your left hand land. Stay strong through your legs. Take a big inhale. Half moon. Ardha Chandrasana. Come through warrior two. Little push off. Right hand in front and to the right of your baby toe. You can reach your hand down for the ground, a block, or your water bottle for support. You don't necessarily have to make contact with the ground. Feel for extending out from your center. You're grounded so you can lift up. Connected through your center, you can expand out. Press out to your lifted heel, top hand is high. Maybe you take your gaze up, a big inhale. Left foot lightly down beside the right. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, rise to stand all the way up, lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Take a full breath in, and a full breath out. And breathe in, and breathe out. Deep inhale, exhale, step or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, hold. Take your feet wide, outer edges of your mat. Go down to your Malasana, your squat. You can stay higher and let your elbows rest on your legs. You can sit on a block. How far apart you have your feet, the angle of your toes, all things that you can explore, play around with. And in this practice in your body, exploring, playing up, feeling what works for you. Enjoying yourself, even when it's challenging. You can stay here, or you can set up for a crow pose, Bakasana. If you want to set up your crow, hands shoulder width, maybe a little bit closer together. I like to walk my feet to touch behind me. Big bend in the elbows, knees above elbows. Even if you don't want to lift your feet, you can still set your hands, start to shift the weight of your body forward into your hands. Shift forward and up. You might lift one foot, you can lift both feet. Strong through your core, a big inhale, chaturanga, step or jump back. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and clear out. Another big inhale, exhale, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Set your feet together apart, bring your hands to your heart. Take a big inhale, twist to your left, right elbow toward the outside of your left leg. Crown the head forward, tailbone back. Start with your feet and your knees even. With an even breath, a balance of effort and ease. And then as you get into it, notice what shifts and changes. Can you adjust, stay here in the pose, but come back to your center. You can keep your hands together. You can take them apart. If you want to stick in a side curl, you can stick in a side curl. A deep breath in. And a long breath out, this sense of lengthening through your spine. That gives you room to twist. And as you twist, you can lift up. Physically, your chest comes higher energetically. Maybe you feel yourself lighten up. Even in the challenge, all this sensation in our legs. I can feel it, right? I hope you can too. Take one more big breath in. Fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet apart. Hips with distance, peace fingers hook your big toes, palms face each other, halfway lift. Lengthen and fold. Letting your head drop, elbows drop out to the side. You can bend your knees. You can let your hands dangle or come into a halfway lift if that works better for you. A couple of good deep breaths here. One breath at a time. Release your toes. Once more, take your feet wide, outer edges of your mat. Come back into your malasana, your variation. Connect with your breath, strong through your core. Take a big inhale and a long exhale, long spine. Take a deep breath in and a big breath out. Once more, big inhale here. As you exhale, bring your right hand down to the mat. Push up and into your half moon. It takes a little adjusting. Pretty big transition. You go from 2 feet on your mat to 1 foot, from being low to the ground to now lifting up and expanding out. Soften your toes. If you like a variation, you can add it in here. Take a deep breath in. Lightly drop back now. Warrior 2. Take your right hand high reverse. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior 1, come up. Open out, warrior 2. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Side angle, Ardha Konasana. Right elbow on your right leg. Reach your left arm up. Wrap your left arm around behind your back. Come on into your half bind. Or explore your full bind. Keep the big bend in your right knee. Feet are set, toes are soft. You can set your gaze here. You can close your eyes. Notice if your eyes wander. You're looking for that perfect spot that doesn't distract you, that helps you focus. It's there. It's here. You don't have to look for it, right? The perfect spot is where you set your gaze. The spot that you choose in this moment. The perfect variation for you is what you choose in this moment. And perfect might not be the right word. Take a long breath in and a long breath out. Maybe what's just right for you. Being right here, right now. A deep inhale and a long exhale. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior 2. Straighten your right leg. Drop your hands. Pivot your toes toward the side. Feet parallel. Pigeon toe. Hands to your hips or to your low back. A lift on your inhale. And then as you exhale, begin to fold. Hands under your shoulders. Halfway lift. Left hand in front of your feet under your face. Right hand to your low back. Find your long spine. And twist to your right. Right arm goes forward and up towards the sky. Lifting out of your left shoulder here. You can bring the weight of your body a little bit forward to the balls of your feet, into your left hand. Lift out of the shoulder. Take a big breath in. Switch it up. Right hand down, left hand to your low back. Halfway lift. Twist to your left. Left arm toward the back of the mat and then up toward the sky. Crown the head in one direction, tailbone in the other. Active feet, legs. Take a big breath in. Left hand comes down, pivot around toward the back. Runner's lunge, plant your hands. Left foot steps back. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog or child's pose. A deep breath in and out. Breathe in and breathe out. Take a full inhale, exhale lightly, step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, fold forward, exhale. Utkatasana. Sit down, sit back, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps, warrior 1, back foot flat, rise up. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior 1, Virabhadrasana, warrior 2. Adjust your feet as needed. Adjust your focus, your attention as needed. So that then you can adjust your feet and set your foundation. And be here. A long breath in and a long breath out. Left knee tracking over left ankle. Right toes toward the side of your mat. Maybe angled a little bit. Shoulders tracking over your hips. You can extend your arms and your hands, or you can bring your hands to your heart. A deep inhale, and a long exhale. Spin your palms to the sky, take your left hand high. Reverse your warrior. Active through your back leg, lifting from your left hip. Take a deep breath in, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Come through your warrior two. Left hand lands. It doesn't have to land, but if you want that connection down, set your left hand intentionally. You can always move it a little bit. Find the sweet spot for you. Shoulder stack. Press out through your lifted heel. Right, strong through your core. Grounding down, extending up, lifting up. Take a big inhale. Right foot lightly down beside the left. Halfway lift. Inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Inhale, elbow up to stand. Reach and lift. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. High push up to low push up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Another deep inhale. Exhale, step or jump forward. To your hands. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Hold. Utkatasana. Sit down, sit back, reach up. Set your feet together apart. Bring your hands together at your heart. Take a big inhale. Now twist to your right. Left elbow toward the outside of your right leg. Notice if your left knee comes forward, you might have some room to draw it back. You can check back in if your feet are uneven. Reset your foundation. If you're working with your feet and knees apart, your elbow between your legs can be a great self-assist. Squeezing in, offering stability. Use this press of your hands, whether your palms are together or you make a fist with one or both hands, to tap into the length of your spine, lift your chest up, keep lifting, hands can stay together, they can come apart. You can stick in a side throw, you can stick in a child's pose. You don't have to stay where you are and torture yourself. Right? That is very different than staying where you are. Allowing sensation, experiencing the challenge, but still feeling your breath, the joy of your body, this practice. One more big breath in, fold forward, exhale. Walk your feet apart, hug hips with distance, Padahastasana, slide your hands under your feet, palms up, fingertips towards your heels. Halfway lift, lengthen and fold. Sometimes we can't recognize the difference because we are in the mood of always pushing and forcing. Maybe not torturing ourselves, but also not enjoying ourselves. And so you can play around with it here. What does it mean to challenge yourself? Is it staying in the twist? Is it coming into child's pose? A long breath in, and a big breath out. Hands out front of your feet here, feet come wide, outer edge of the mat. Then back into your malasana. Shoulders roll back, spine draws into your body, strong core. A big breath in, and a long breath out. So tune into the rhythm of your breath here. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, left hand down to the ground. Push up and into your half moon. For me, it's a big adjustment in my left foot because I turn my toes out in malasana. So come right into it, but without rushing. Coming into balance. Pressing out through your lifted heel. If you like to do a variation here, you can add it in. One more deep breath in. Lightly drop back to your warrior two. Find your balance. Take your left hand high, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps, warrior one, come up. Open out, warrior two. Left hand high, reverse your warrior. Side angle, Parsvakonasana. I say you find your balance, or I encourage you to find your balance. Here, wrap your top arm around behind your back, coming into your half bind or your full bind. You can find your balance through this practice, but your balance is already within you. And it is Allowing yourself some space. Feeling your breath. Allowing yourself to be here. A big breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. Again, set your gaze or close your eyes. Notice if your eyes are wandering. Set your feet. Feel where you have set your feet. If you need to adjust, you can adjust. You can stay in it. You can choose to come out of it. The choice is yours. And when you make the right choice, it's empowering. A deep breath in and a long breath out. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to a warrior two. Straighten your left leg, drop your hands, toes pivot toward the side. Feet parallel, pigeon-toed. Interlace your fingers at your low back. You can work with your hands at your hips if you prefer. Lift on your inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. A big breath in. And a long breath out. Take another deep inhale. As you exhale, drop your hands down, hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot back around toward the front. Right toes point forward, runners lunge, plant your hands. Right foot steps back, high push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Long breath in. Full breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Rise to stand. Lift and reach. Fold forward. Exhale. Walk your feet wide. Come back into Malasana. One more time. Just for fun. Any variation you like. If you want to throw in another crow here, you can. Strong through your core. Watch out for rounding in on yourself. Let your spine draw into your body. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Toes are soft. You can set your gaze or close your eyes. Soften your face and your jaw. Take one more big inhale. Sit down and come on into Namaste, boat pose. Feet down with hands forward, bend knees, straight legs, shoulders roll back, heart lifts. Breathing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower to a hover hold here. 10. I hope I don't get my feet off in the video. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to Navasana. Back to your boat pose. Again, any variation with your legs. Little twist to your right. Hands go over to your right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over to your left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles, rock forward, plant your hands, and travel back to your downward dog. You can go through your flow or just step back. A deep breath in, and out. Feet come together, a little bit forward, right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee down, dog. Hip opener if you want to keep going. You can flip your dog. You can even take it into a full wheel. You also find it with your left knee down on your mat, more of a tabletop. From here, half pigeon. Right knee comes forward. Left leg long behind you. Just check in. Can you feel out through your left leg, out through your toes? Can you feel where your right knee, your right foot is? You might set up a variation back. Letting your head land. A long breath in. And a full breath out. And maybe notice what you hear, especially when you slow down like this. Is it the noises around you? Is it the noise in your head? Can you hear your breath and tune into your breath? Breathing in and breathing out. especially if the voice in your head is less than helpful. You don't have to listen to it. Listen to your breath, for your breath. Listen for your heart and your spirit. And I will remind you, you're here. This is the choice that you have made. It's challenging. But you're here. Give yourself some credit for this. You can stay here, or you set up for a king pigeon. Come on up. I like to slide my right foot closer to me under my hips. Right hand in front of your right knee flat or a fist. Start to bend your left knee. Just make sure that as you bend your left knee and reach back with your left hand for your left foot, that you're not on your kneecap. So that's where sliding the left leg back and then bending the knee can be really helpful. You can keep hold of your left foot here. This sense of scissoring your thighs together to lift up. Maybe you catch your left foot with your left elbow. And then you can take your right arm up and around behind your back. Anywhere along the line, you can pause and breathe. And give yourself some credit for being here. Take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, hands down to your mat. Back to your downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Feet come together and forward, left leg to the sky, bend your left knee for your down dog, hip over. And again, the option to keep going, flip your dog, lift out of your shoulder or your shoulders. Find this in more of a tabletop. And find your way into your half pigeon now on this side. So this variation, your right leg, or you can tuck your toes under, slide your leg back, and adjust where you have your left foot. You can set up a variation, a different variation. You can add a prop under your left leg, under your right hip. Even just a little bit of support from your left hand. Maybe something you feel like you need. I feel like I need this today. A little more support in half pigeon. This practice. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. I don't always think I need my practice. But I can feel the shift when I practice. Especially at this point in my practice, what I feel is when I don't practice, that's something I notice. And I have been practicing, cultivating a daily practice for quite some time. Maybe this is your only practice in the week. You're finding power flow. It's okay. Anytime you get on your mat, anytime you practice, any amount of time is better than no time. Full breath in. And a long breath out. Full breath in. And a big breath out. Set your hands under your shoulders. You can stay in this variation, or you can play around with a half pigeon. So left foot here, and slide it a bit closer to me. Left hand on the inside of my left knee. Start to bend your right knee, maybe slide the right leg back a little more, bend the knee so you're not in a kneecap. But if you find that you're on a kneecap, put an extra layer on here. Draw your right foot towards you, scissor your thighs together so there's lift. You might find you can catch your right foot with your right elbow, left arm goes up and back. Strong core. Deep breath for 3, 2, and then gently release. Sitting down, sweep your right leg out and around in front of you. Come onto your back and set up for bridge or wheel. How do you want to get here on your back? Set your foundation. Come on up. Come up for a bridge. You can come up for a wheel. Any variation, any combination you can add in rest. So pretty big shift energetically from being in half pigeon to coming into your back bend. Feel what works for you. A deep inhale and a big exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Another big inhale. And exhale slowly, lower down, come onto your back. Soles of your feet together, knees to sides. Supta Baddha Konasana. A deep breath in. Hold it for just a moment. Fill up. Allow yourself to empty out. And from here, set up for Shavasana. So you might stay right here. You might add your twist. If you want to take your legs up, you can take your legs up. A deep breath in. And a long breath out. You can add some movement to your body. Take a deep breath. When you're ready, you might draw your knees to your chest, roll to one side, and come on up to seated. If you're not ready, you can take as much time in Shavasana as you like. Otherwise, seated, hands to heart, set your gaze, lower your gaze, or close your eyes. Together, let's take a full breath in and out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me for this practice today, Friday, Power Flow. I can't see the clock because I don't have my contacts in, so I don't know how long this video was. Hopefully it wasn't too long. If you like a longer video, or like a longer practice, let me know below, or join me here in my studio, Sanctuary Power Yoga, for a live class in person, or with my Zoom classes, or even a recorded class. There's links for that below as well in my Patreon if you want to support this connection, this free content. I'm glad that I can be here to support you. I'm glad that we can connect and practice together. Again, thanks for joining me. I'm Heather. I'm the Vent Yogi. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'll see you soon.